Christmas episode calls for a gathering of family and friends where we get to about creating and putting up the Christmas tree. With the fun and the frolics, this marks the bang of this gorgeous season. Christmas for us is a very heartfelt, homely affair where we have family and friends over all through the month of December, meeting up, catching up, and bringing in the Yuletide spirits. My first and premiere episode always starts with something that I always cooked on the day that we put up our Christmas tree, and that's my sage and onion roast chicken. Let's get to creating this gorgeous creation now. Creating this gorgeous sage and onion roast chicken is all about ensuring that the stuffing is impactful and bursting with flavor. So to start off, into a cast iron pan, we're just going to take about 15 ml of olive oil, allow it to get nice and hot with loads of butter. So here I'm using about 50 grams of salted butter, and I'm just going to allow it to melt till we bring everything together. As you allow the butter to melt, you do not want it to brown or burn. In goes 4 red chilies that I've slit. With that goes 1-inch cube of ginger because you want it to be bursting with flavor, along with 8 cloves of garlic finely minced. So just allow all this to saute in the butter and olive oil mixture, infusing each other before adding in the sage. So here I've taken about 50 grams of sage and just chopped the leaves and I'm putting them right in. Sage has such a beautiful flavor and it infuses really well with loads of salted butter. With the sage infusing beautifully, in goes 3 onions that I finely chopped. So 3 red onions going right in, and we're just going to allow this to saute and get beautifully transparent or translucent. A fine sprinkle of some celery sea salt going in because celery just gives the entire sage and onion some robust body in the entire creation. So give it a generous sprinkling. You can go overboard because half the mixture is going for the marination and the other half for the stuffing. With this in goes some freshly milled black pepper. So you can be liberal over here as well. Just ensure that everything is flavorful and sharp. As the onions have got soft and translucent, give it about 2 to 3 minutes to reach this consistency. We are going to reserve half this entire mix out here so that we can use it for marinating the chicken, and the other half is going to go in for the stuffing. But before, we want to infuse this with another more flavor. So here goes 3 leeks finely sliced, and we're just going to allow this to saute along with the sage and onion and get that translucent green luscious color. Now in goes another 50 grams of salted butter because you want to add in some bread croutons. So I've got a day-old baguette that I've just cut, and this is a herbed baguette. You can go right ahead and use any bread that takes your fancy. Just put this in and allow it to get crisp and slightly golden brown. Now as these croutons have absorbed most of the butter and the herb goodness out here, they have shrunk a little bit, and since they are nice and crisp, all you need to do now is switch off the flame and allow this to cool down. Preheating the oven to 200 degrees Celsius for a good 15 to 20 minutes so that it's nice and warm, and in the meantime let's get to marinating the chicken. So because I have family and friends over, I'm using 2 chickens. You can go right ahead and create the same result with just 1. The trick out here is create the stuffing but do not stuff it into the chicken. Keep it separate because it is more flavorful when separate. Out here, the 2 chickens that I have is about a kg to a kg 200 grams each. So the trick out here is to take the marination and put it in between the skin and the meat. So take a quite a huge chunk of it and lift the skin and allow it to nestle in between. Just rub it right in. You don't need to season out here because you've already taken care of that while creating this. So take a little chili as well so that it gives you that burst of heat right in the breast part. So as you put all the marination in between the skin and the meat, you ensure that the meat is flavorful as well as the skin. So just put it on top, and all we need to do is get this chicken trussed. As always, a chicken must always be roasted breast side down. So turn this and allow it to settle on the tray. Any leftover marination that you have, rub on top just so that the meat gets flavorful as well. We're going to roast this in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 40 minutes. We are going to keep it 30 minutes like this, and for the last 10 minutes we're just going to flip it over so it gets that gorgeous caramelized brown. Now while Santa's elves are busy behind me getting the tree decorated, let's get the chicken bang into the oven. So it goes into a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for just about 30 minutes. We flip them over for the last 10 minutes and it's done. 10 minutes of allowing the chicken just to get that beautiful brown on top, and this gorgeous sage and onion roast is ready. Now even if the top gets a slight touch down, the best part about cooking it inverted is you have the most juiciest of chicken breast meat. With the Christmas tree done and the entire house ready to usher in the festive spirit and the Yuletide tidings, it's time now to eat, and this sage and onion chicken roast perfectly while the tree was getting done. All we're going to do is give it a fine sprinkle of some flat leaf parsley on top just to give it that burst of green right on top, and this is ready. I hope you enjoyed creating this gorgeous creation with me, one of many in the entire Christmas season. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.